Dire team pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the JDL League Season number 6. I'm SP Revolution 5, bringing you this game between BMZ and Ollin Gaming. It is game 2 in the series because BMZ automatically won the game 1, simply because Ollin did not have all 5 players in the lobby. They only had 4 at the moment. And we had to move on with the def win according to the JDL League rules. Of course, that means that that final will be cancelled. As I've been told, it looks like game 2 will count for the game 1 bet. So if you bet on either of these teams for game 1 in the series, it'll actually be the second game. Should be pretty interesting. Of course, a big shout out to Dota 2 Best Yolo for covering these, or getting us coverage on these games in terms of bets. I'm SP Revolution 5 for Truesight TV. Hope you've ready for some Dota, guys. Hope you are excited indeed, because it looks like we are going to have a very interesting game coming up. BMZ, a team I've yet to cast in the JDL League, but should be very interesting, and Ollin, a team I actually have casted quite a bit, and was very impressed with last night. Even though they lost against eHug, they looked pretty strong, looked to be making some decent game decisions, just things didn't pan out for them, and of course eHug being a very strong team as well. However, neither of these teams have yet to win a game other than the one def win for BMZ, so we'll see who's going to walk away with their first real win in the JDL League Season 6 tonight. Undying and Queen of Pain are your picks for BMZ right out the gate. They ban out the Visage as well as the Witch Doctor. We do see Ollin picking up Lion, and they'll get rid of Gyro and Vengeful Spirit. Of course, Lion, a very good hero to have for lockdown. Not exactly what I'd say for a first pick. I'd rather see Undying or Queen of Pain picked up, and BMZ saying, hey, these are the strongest heroes in the patch. Let's go ahead and get this underway. So of course, Queen of Pain known for her nuking potential. Undying known for his potential to steal strength from other heroes, make himself a little more tanky, make those other heroes a little less tanky. And hopefully that can work out for them. Of course, Ollin did have a penalty to their draft, so they are losing a little bit of their reserve time. As you can see, they are running down that reserve time right now. They only have 10 seconds remaining. Thank you, Dota lady woman
5
there.
seconds remaining.
But it is going to be a Rubik pickup for them in the second slot. They've already got their support duo pretty much ironed out. Don't think we'll see any other support come out alongside that. I don't see them running a core Lion or a core Rubik. This is a team that generally has taken things pretty straightforward.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
But we will see Spirit Breaker banned out. Possibly looking to cover
10 seconds
something
remaining.
like a sniper, just some hero that wants to sit in the back of a fight. But also just the fact that we've seen Spirit Breaker picked up often and not really picked up that well.
Radiant team ban.
But they ban out Ursa on the other team, another very strong hero. Even though you can deal with him, you don't want to have to build a draft around him indeed. So, should be pretty interesting.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Will be Sand King as well. So, a little afraid of initiation right now. A little afraid of being jumped on. Maybe want to pick up a greedier carry than you would think. They did play with a little bit of greed last night. Of course, mid lane running the Naga Siren, or the Tinker, alongside a safe lane Naga, who was in the end becoming quite a powerhouse, but wasn't able to hold up against Mega Creeps for the entire game. We'll see Darkseer banned out, one of those very strong offlane heroes that we've seen rise in popularity most recently.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
But we will see him banned out as well. He's a hero who's come back in popularity recently. Fell off for a while there since Vacuum kept getting nerfed. It kept getting nerfed. Another 2 seconds, another 2 seconds. Eventually, Icefrog decided, you know what? That's it. We're done. We're done nerfing Darkseer. And actually gave him a slight buff in the most recent patch. So, really happy to see that good old pointy-headed purple buddy coming back into the meta. But Necrophos coming up for Be More Zen. I mean, you're already looking at a pretty tanky Undying, a pretty tank-less enemy team. And now if they do manage to remain tanky, well, Necrophos is going to be able to burn them down with the Heartstopper aura. And of course, the Death Bolt's also going to do a lot more damage in terms of percentage of HP. Simply because they don't have as much HP to deal with. Taking a big nuke is not going to be a lot of fun for this team.
5 seconds remaining.
Storm Spirit!
However, Storm Spirit being picked up by your Radiant team. A very standard, pretty stable mid lane hero. Now keep in mind, this team has no more reserve time to work with. They are down to 1 second, so gotta be hot on the buttons if you want to not random a hero, as I believe this team did random a hero at one point because their captain DC'd during one series, and they actually tried to make it work. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but definitely could have done better not randoming a hero. It was like Doom, which they made their draft work around it.
10 seconds remaining.
As we do see about 10 seconds left for Be More Zen, who have dipped into their reserve time considerably, and they're going to pick up the Lina. So another heavy nuker can really work well against Lion and Rubik, especially if she gets that Ags up and nullifies Rubik's null field. Also has a lot of burst damage to bring down the Storm Spirit if she doesn't, if he stands still long enough, of course, which is going to be the issue here. I mean, we'll see the next pick coming up for Ollin. It's going to be the Centaur Warner, a very tanky hero. A pretty good hero up against Lina, Queen of Pain, Undying. Not as great up against Necro, but can definitely work, and it fills that off-lane slot. So they'll be looking for their hard carry right now, unless they want to run safe lane Storm and grab a mid-lane kind of nuker initiator. I think they want to play a little more late game, just judging by their supports. These are supports that are definitely still relevant in the late game. And the later you get, hopefully the tankier you get, they will get the Spectre banned out against them. The lovely ghoulish woman who I quite enjoy playing, although haven't really had as much success this patch, seeing as she is not exactly in her prime. They'll ban out Silencer as well. I'm kind of predicting a bit of Wombo combo coming out from them, as we could just see that happen.
10 seconds remaining.
Be More Zen
5 seconds.
making their final pick now. They really either need another support, or it'll be the Legion Commander. So this is going to be a hero who's going to be able to take advantage of these low right-click damage heroes, pick them off, and go ahead and start snowballing that extra dual damage up. I like the pick in this situation, although I don't believe it's the strongest hero in the meta right now. But it's a very snowball lineup, and lineup that definitely wants to fight early. And with Necro and Lina Undying as well, you get pretty easy duels off. In fact, the Necro Lina alone just pretty much secures the kill. you Laguna Blade into Necro,
5 seconds
whatever it is that
remaining.
you've done that to is probably dead. So, few seconds left, and whoa, Viper will be picked up here. They didn't disconnect. Was it a random?
Team pick.
I hope not. Well, they go ahead and pick it up. It's definitely good in this situation, and I can see why they picked it up. A lot of tankiness, a lot of magic resistance. A hard hero for Necro and Undying and Lina to deal with. In fact, I'm not 100% sure how Viper works against Necrophos. So let me just real quick pull up the Dota 2 wiki.
10 seconds remaining.
See if I can figure this out, because it seems like since it's HP removal, it wouldn't work, but HP removal is now negative regeneration, and HP removal was technically removed from the game, so could be a completely different scenario here. Not too sure about this. Let's see. Corrosive Skin. Abilities that use an independent source of damage. No, that's not it. It doesn't say. Let me real quick see if there's anything about it on Necro. Before we introduce these teams, doesn't look like there's any action going on at the map right now. Okay, Corrosive Skin does not react on Heartstopper or aura damage. You learn something new every day, guys. Hopefully,
30
I can
seconds
help
to
give you
battle.
that information. Of course, we're going to have Striker OD down here on the Undying. Oh, wow. Nicely done. Ollin just saying, well played already, and writing GG on the map. It looks like Mist is going to be on your Rubik here. They'll have Mango on the Viper. Galliana, a actual player for the team, not a stand-in, as well as Mist, is going to be there on the line. Up top, it looks like it's going to be Bourbon Jr., excuse me, who is a stand-in today on the Centaur Warrunner. And last but not least, we have Storm Spirit, played by Skay. On the other side of the river, we'll have BMZ's Bonk on the mid lane, Queen of Pain. We will have Alina, played by Maprin GG. Up top, it'll be Lovely Ovipositor. Lovely. Not lovely. Lovely. On the Legion Commander. We'll have Fenrir. I guess. Not the Chinese Fenrir. Fenrir. On the Necrophos, and Striker OD, as I already mentioned, on that Undying. Should be a very interesting tri-lane down here, which it actually is going to end up being, as Lina. This one up top to place down the ward. There's already decay stacks coming off here. And Viper, generally thought of as a lane dominator, may get dominated in this lane himself. Necro and Undying are very strong laners, as is Lina, with her Dragon Slave ability. Of course, let me edit the HUD, and I forgot to introduce myself. I'm SP Revolution 5 for Truesight TV, which you can find at Facebook.com/Truesight TV, Twitter.com/Truesight TV, YouTube.com. It's a really long link, but if you do !YouTube in the chat, you'll be able to find it. And of course, on Twitch, right here at Truesight TV. We really appreciate the Twitch viewership. In fact, if you're in Dota TV, you're enjoying the cast, you can help us out by heading on over to the website and giving us a follow there. Galliana will get hit pretty hard by the Undying, who's already at 80 damage with two-man decays already off. Viper losing some health to this Necrophos Heartstopper aura. Necro is being played as what appears to be a core here. Not too sure. On the other end of the map, though, BMZ, you know, chilling out a little more, being a little more zen, as they like to, and getting a little better farm on their heroes as well. It's the mid lane where they really have a lot to worry about. Storm Spirit sitting 9-2 right now, and leading the board in terms of CS, although Legion and Queen are not far behind him. Viper not having such a great time down here. Of course, that's just part of playing against Necrophos. It's not going to be fun. Striker tries to get another right click off there, but Mist comes around, harasses him out just a little bit. It'll be enough. They need to make some space for this Viper to really sustain this lane. Hopefully they can kill off Necro and keep him out. But Necro already having 6 tangos and a healing salve. This is one of those heroes that if you can stay in lane as him for a long time, you're just going to automatically start to win the lane just because of the Heartstopper aura. So you bring a lot of regen into lane, you're going to be able to do that very well. We'll see a lift out, a drag back, and a stun from the Lion. Map ring already dropping, but there's the tombstone already thrown out. Galliana will go down to first blood as Map ring takes him out. Decay doing a little more damage. Of course, that means that Necro is doing a little less damage to them with that Heartstopper aura, but it's not enough to really make a difference. And now, Viper will pick up Corrosive Skin, so every time Undying throws out that Decay, he's going to get stung just a little bit by a tiny bit of poison damage. Just 10 damage per second right now, but Stay, meanwhile, are going to try to grab the rune. Instead, they'll both go over to BMZ as Bonk and Striker pick those up. Bonk getting himself a bottle and the Illusion Brood. Looks like Skay will be forced to Bottle Crow here. I do have a Clarity and a Salve coming out there. And yeah, he is going to go ahead and Bottle Crow. So. Meanwhile, Undying with a Mango up, ready to fight if he needs to. And Lena just warding these supports off this lane. Stay off my core, she says. That's an actual Lena quote. Lovely Oppositor in a little bit of trouble as Bourbon will almost have her in range for the double edge there. It is actually enough damage, but it would practically kill him off as well at the moment, as Legion did just pop him with the overwhelming odds. And meanwhile, we might have a clash near the rune. Mist trying to secure it. It looks like Storm will actually grab the double damage for himself here, as he did get that Bottle Crow off just a little bit ago. Mango gonna get decayed here. Up here, we got Centaur in a lot of trouble, but as is the Legion Commander. Little does Centaur realize, though, a bottle is about to be out for Legion, and if he doesn't make something happen soon, or hopefully regen up here, and he sees her in the lane, which he may have at this point, maybe why he's standing back so far, that's going to be a problem. Meanwhile, we had a dive mid-lane, sorry about that. Queen of Pain able to bring down Storm Spirit here in the early game without that ball lightning. Storm Spirit is just a little ball of squish that gets jumped on, can't really zip away anytime soon, so he doesn't have his stun either. But meanwhile, on the bot lane, a 2-man decay coming out, as well as an impale, or an earth spike, excuse me, to stop that for now. A stun will come out. Galliana going to be going down again, this time to the Necrophos. And now Mango in a bit of trouble. He will throw out a poison attack at Striker. Does have 2 points up in his Nether Toxin. I don't know why I was trying to call it Necromastery, which I believe is Necromastery. What is... That's Shadow Fiend. Yeah, sorry. I knew that was a real skill. I just couldn't place what it was. He will be forced under the tower here. These heroes are very regen hungry at the moment. As Centaur, he has gotten his Tranquil Boots. He is regening up quite nicely. And Legion not able to do a ton of damage, but does have a duel available. And I'd waver to say at this point she can probably win a duel against a half-health Centaur, unless he gets a pretty big stomp off beforehand. Legion will have the luxury of moving into the jungle, though, with level 2 Moment of Courage. Does have 65% potential lifesteal there, so be a bit more useful. As Galliana, without his boots, which he is picking up right now, keep in mind, he is going to get run down by the Undying. Meanwhile, looks like Legion going to find a duel up here on Storm. They've got some nukes to help bring him down. They weren't quite finished, didn't get the duel win, but they did secure the kill as well, seeing it as it's now 4-0 for BMZ. And they are ending up looking like a stronger team now. Galliana with a 3-man Earth Spike coming out, but it won't stop the Tombstone from being dropped. Lena throwing out the nuke, and that's going to be a double kill for the team here as they take down both of them. Rubik sitting near the mid lane isn't going to be part of this fight, but after dropping low, does have that salve to still heal himself up with, and that'll be very nice to use right now. Bourbon Jr. in a little bit of trouble, but he should be okay. Ollin, though, not sitting with the greatest start in the world. Hard sitting at a 4K gold deficit as well as 3K XP. BMZ looking very good right now. Although, there's definitely potential for a comeback. Viper working on the mech actually doesn't have boots picked up yet, which I find rather odd. Hopefully he'll be picking those up next. Not too sure about it, as Queen of Pain is going to blink away on the mid lane and bottle up briefly here. Already going for that Orchid. Definitely the kind of item pickup you want to have up against a Storm or a Puck or some other ability-based mid lane hero. Meanwhile, Viper getting harassed out a bit here. Does have enough gold for those boots. Pick him up, please. Please buy the boots. Yep, there we go. And Striker coming back in. Will get hit with the poison attack. Now, doesn't have enough mana for the tombstone and is going to be forced to turn around. They'll use the Centaur charge to get on in there and chase him down. A TP coming in from Centaur as well, and Finra going to be in a lot of trouble. He will get soul ripped up, but that will be a kill. Going over to the Rubik, and finally they pick something off here, but Bonk moving on down will get spotted out by this creep, and a little bit of an awkward engagement there as she was looking to sneak up on the enemy team, take a gank, but unfortunately you're going to run into an enemy creep once in a while, and if you don't have smoke, well, that creep is going to say, hey, you want to fight? Even if it can't kill Queen of Pain, it'll take her on. It's not afraid. Creeps have no fear. No fear at all. Whether that's a good thing or not has yet to be seen. Now, I will say, picking up the early headdress here up against Necrophos is very nice. Giving them that 3 HP in the aura is helping them out a lot, but Galliana will go down before they even have a chance to get the duel off. I don't think they realize quite how squishy he was, as Viper will be relegated toward the mid lane, and they'll get basically a free bot tower. They may have used the glyph there, but I'm not 100% sure. Didn't see them use it recently. Lena, meanwhile, picking up some Tranquil Boost. Lion will be buying more wards out as he is trying to make the map safe for these carries to farm. Now, Storm Spirit is sitting on boots and a soul ring, at least, so we'll have a little bit of extra regen to work with, hopefully, as he's going to get his bottle ferried back to him very soon. Viper trying to jungle a bit, but they don't have any stacks up, and Viper is not one of those heroes that farms very well. Something I say quite often. He's much like Razor. He wants to win his lane and get ahead, and he has definitely not been able to do that. 24 last hits up against the 29 of Necro. No, he's not too far behind, but keep in mind he has died once. Necro dying once as well, but being involved in 4 kills for his team. And Undying will be picking up an Urn. For a hero who gets a lot of kills, an Urn is a great item to have. And actually, Galliana will, I believe he was spotted there. Yeah, they know there's a ward down up here. Let's go back to everyone's vision, though, for a moment. So we are going to see Storm Spirit bottle crowing back to base once again. He's going for this farming build. I'd really like to see a point picked up in the sun just for the extra potential burst damage with the overload, and also just the lockdown that I think you really need against Queen of Pain. You've got to be able to lock her down in the early game, or you're just not going to have a good time. She'll just blink away from you as soon as you almost get the kill. Now, Lovely Oppositor is going to heal up here. Will get hexed up by the Lion, as well as hit with an Earth Strike. Bonk right here, ready to counter-initiate. Will come in, throw out the Sonic Wave, and Skay is in a lot of trouble. Will he drop to the duel? No, but he doesn't have much else to work with. He'll actually Soul Ring up and get over the cliff, but it doesn't look like it's enough to make it out home. Bonk, the little low on mana, does have enough to finish him off, but doesn't even need it, as the right clicks are going to come on through. Mapring GG, whatever I'm calling him now, is going to find another kill. He's on a killing spree now, and that makes it 11-1 for BMZ. Ollin are not looking hot by any means, other than the fact that Lena, well, has heated things up around them, and maybe lit some of them on fire as a result. Once again, guys, big shout out to all of you for coming out tonight. We really appreciate the support. If you're enjoying the cast, even if the game is not the best we've ever had, and actually Storm Spirit finding a pick off of that I should have caught while I was talking about self-promotion. If you're enjoying parts of the cast other than that, make sure you hit that follow button. Stay gonna be able to zip away for a moment here. Does Lena have the range to initiate? No, she does not, but she does not have Laguna Blade leveled up yet. She's almost got enough XP for that. This is a tombstone that was already committed. Viper's gonna start to tickle it down here. stunned up, but there's a counter stun coming in from the Lion. Mist looking for a lift there, also not level 6 quite yet, as these supports are quite under-leveled at this point in the game. Lion even sitting level 4. But there's the level 6 on Lion, Rubik. Not quite up on the Lina just yet, though. Meanwhile, we're going to see Skade looking for Queen of Pain here. Does have a point in the stun. Wasn't quite able to use it just yet. Quap going to bottle up. Does have 5 more seconds, so she could go back in. Now, Skade going to try to get a little bit of vision with the Static Remnant. You do get a little bit of extra flying vision with that. I don't know how much, but Queen of Pain, or excuse me, Necrophos, going to get taken down by the Centaur Warrunner here. Queen of Pain is almost done with that Orchid. Only 300 gold to go. It's a good thing she didn't die there, or she would have lost a good hunk of her gold. All of her unreliable gold, in fact. So. Rubik, meanwhile, with the mana boots picked up. There's the Tombstone drop from Striker. He's going to get hit with the ult as well. Viper turning around, gets Laguna Blade. It does have that 1 point in Corrosive Skin, giving him a bit of value magic resist that won't keep him alive through the Necro ulti. Is trying to stay alive, did drop his own Tombstone, a pair of zombie Tombstones here, which I'm assuming zombies will not spawn on other zombies, it looks like, but they are going to take that one down 3-0 for BMZ, getting about 1,000 gold for their heroes. A lot for Queen of Pain, and that will be the Orchid complete for her at this point, which she'll pick up back at home and move on in.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Radiant Structures getting taken down here. And we do have Necro picking up his own map as well, so. Very nice for him to have. I'm assuming, yeah, he doesn't quite have it done yet. Not getting the best farm on the map here, but getting a bit and definitely getting a decent amount of kills. 3, 2, and 5 is a nice amount to have, for sure. Meanwhile, Viper is going to have his mech coming up in just about 250 gold, but still needs that little bit to go. And this will help the team out a lot. As these fights are breaking out, a mech is a very important item to have. In fact, so important it got nerfed in the most recent balance patch coming out. Not counting the one that was released last night as basically a bug fix patch. We do see Legion Commander going ahead, picking up the Blink Dagger. We'll have a bit more initiation on her, but these items are being picked up a little bit later than usual. And Skay actually thinks he's found Fenrir here. There's a charge in, but Skay is silenced up here. Can he finish off Fenrir? It looks like he can. He'll go down to the silence, but Centaur gets a stomp off on Bonk, doesn't get it off on anyone else, but Dominating Spree coming up for Macri. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lion going down to the Undying, and Viper still fighting here. Where is that Tombstone? It looks like it's over here again, met by its sister Tombstone, erected by Rubik. Mango, the only one still alive here, and a godlike spree coming up for Queen of Pain as she takes down the Rubik as well. And Mango just gonna say, you know what? Screw this, guys. I'm going home. Head back to the base right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Now we are going to see tower starting to go down. They did drop a fresh Tombstone for this. Now Viper getting a few good hits off, and actually Light Strike Array stolen by Rubik will help him secure the kill. He's actually going to get a big gold bonus off of that. Those 2 kills are possibly the most worthy, as they also brought down Necro in the previous fight. 3k gold swing going the way of Ollin Gaming. Welcome to Rubber Band Dota, ladies and gentlemen, as, well, that's a lot of gold for just 2 kills. Because keep in mind, Necro was already dead in the previous fight. You take a look at the gold graph and already see basically what looks like a 5k swing off of that. Especially since they weren't able to take down Necro in the previous fight. Mist Picking up a value bracer just to stay alive a little better, and against these nukes, I can't blame him. Would like to see a cloak, or maybe even a few more points in the null field, but he has picked up at least 1 point in that, so I commend him there. He actually has a good 800 in the bank, so could be looking for a 4-staff pretty soon. A little bit more mana pool to work with as well. And just that 10 extra damage can do a lot for the team. Queen of Pain. Moving over here, looking for Stay. Won't quite find him now. It would appear. Mapring, Striker, and Finra. I think I've said Mapring, whatever his name is. I think I've said it about 20 different ways over the course of this match, and I apologize to him if he's watching the VOD or something. Hopefully he's not stream sniperinoing in chat, although I heavily, heavily doubt that. Lovely ovipositor. Going to move around the map here. They do have a charge out from Centaur to help track down Finra in the bot lane, and Necro really getting jumped on. In fact, he can't seem to finish that mech that he's worked so hard to get here. Now, the only hero yet to die on the side of BMZ is nobody. I thought Legion had not died yet, but I probably just missed that kill because Noobcaster report please. Go ahead. You can do it.
Under attack.
I'm okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
And up on the top lane, we are going to see Queen of Pain take down the tower. The Radiant are going to try to counter push a bit here. Need to take some objectives on this map. I mean, as you can see, their map control is slipping from them indeed, as they will be forced to send Storm Spirit back home to defend. And a few TPs coming in from the enemy team. In fact, Lovely is going to come in here and jump on the Viper, but he'll get hexed up and taken down. That's a win for Viper there. Necro used as well, but not going to secure the kill. And Viper with his newfound 14 bonus damage looks to engage a little bit. Finra, a little tanky for him at the moment, and don't want to overextend here, especially when you've just won a pretty critical kill there. So Legion's still not quite getting the duel damage. In fact, she has yet to win a single duel officially. Blink Dagger picked up on the Centaur Warrunner. A lot of mobility already picked up on him. I'm kind of surprised he went for the 4-staff, but he did need the extra regen. He actually has 18 when his Tranquils are up and running. Although I guess the boots aren't running, Centaur is. Blink Dagger definitely going to help out a lot, as the 4-staff did help him secure the kill on Legion. Still a relatively close game, as net worth sitting just above 7.5k for BMZ, or below, I guess, but it looks like above because graph, you get what I mean. Okay, sorry about that. And XP beginning to come back. They're inching their way back into this game. And of course, BMZ having that mid-game lineup, I guess of course Ollin do as well. It's none of these heroes on the map, except for maybe Legion if she snowballs, or I guess Storm Spirit and Necro do, really scaled that well into the late game compared to other hard carries. But that's what the meta is becoming. It's becoming mid-game aggression. Sure, we're getting some somewhat short games, but you do get your long run in there. And it looks like Rubik is working for a gym. They will take the top tower, and BMZ looking to find a trade in the mid lane, but won't quite find it as we hit the 22-minute mark here in this game. Mango Moving forward to initiate. He will at least pop the tombstone. Rubik gonna steal it again. He's gotten his hands on this tombstone every time he can. And I'll admit, that's one of the better non-ultimate abilities in the game. This shackle shot,
Dire's top tower
I mean,
is under attack.
really helps out a lot. I'd like to keep you guys in mind as I'm seeing a lot of flame in the chat. You can also compete in Join Dota League if you think you can do better than these teams. But, oh, lovely. Is going to get hit up here. Bourbon almost dropping. Will end up falling and winning, or losing, rather. As Lina ult comes out on Skay. But he's just zipping around too much. He's too fast for her to handle. And Skay going to zip away right now. Legion, or excuse me, Necro, without that ultimate available, won't be able to bring him down. And it looks like Striker could go down as well. And Skay also going to take down Queen of Pain. It's a 5-man wipe. Skay is the last one left on the board. Hopefully he'll get back to base before he falls here. But now he's up to 13 Bloodstone charges and 3.2k gold in the bank. What a fight for Ollin Gaming. Can I get a fight recap? Can I? There we go. Yep. 4 for 5 trade, but still a 2,500 gold swing for your Mexican squad here. And also a 2k XP swing. Storm doing a lot of damage in that fight, but of course Viper as well before he went down, as well as Rubik. Dropping that tombstone was a very important aspect in that previous fight. And going to be very, very useful now. As the heroes get back up, dust themselves off, and look into the future of this game. Would like to remind you the first game did go over to BMZ. It was a def win if you're just joining us. Ollin did not have all their players in the lobby, but this is game number 2. And I'm SP Revolution 5 for Truesight TV. Very happy to keep you guys company this evening. Skay does have his Iron Branch stolen by the Lina here. Got a spoil of war there that she's just keeping in her stash as a trophy. A little comical at least. As Bonk has his Aghanim Scepter up. Has had it for a moment here and is going to be farming with it just a little bit with Sonic Wave. They don't exactly want to take a fight just yet. They want to give Legion some time to maybe get another big item up, as Legion has not been too successful. 0-3-5 her scoreline right now. I'm assuming working on a Blade Mail, judging by the Chainmail picked up. Yeah, for sure. So about 200 gold off of that. We'll have that very soon, and that'll help her out a ton in these fights, seeing as once Viper throws out that ult, he's doing damage to you. You can't turn it off if you're Viper. And he's not really building a BKB at the moment. He's rather opting for the Aghanim Scepter, which I would definitely say. I do like his pickup of the Cloak, though. With the lineup as magic damage focused as BMZ's is, you're going to want that extra magic resistance. So, definitely a smart pickup here. Try to zip away. This lovely will go down there. They will throw down the tombstone just a little late there, Striker. Also Soul rips it just for good measure, but they weren't even focusing it. And, well, even with Centaur ult down, they don't look to chase in here now. The counter smoke is coming out from Ollin, and this is a huge play if they can pull it off. Because if they can find a pickoff right now, it's going to be big. But actually, they find an illusion. Uh-oh. And now, BMZ knows something's up, surely. They have to, as there is an Invis rune up for the Legion Commander. Now, they are going to get revealed here. They know something's going on, but do they have any detection? It doesn't look like they have any at the moment. As Lovely could look to make a duel happen here. The rest of the team coming in from the high ground. Centaur a little bit split off from them. And Lovely going to blink forward and look for the duel on Lion, who may go down here. Looks like he will. Lovely getting a win here. Skay getting hit with the ult, but is silenced up and will go down, losing most of those Bloodstone charges at the moment. Miss. Gonna dodge the Light Striker Ray. Will steal it, and he's going back in. I'm not really sure why. The Tombstone going down now, and the Soul Rip there to try and take down Bourbon Jr. and Viper. This time your Soul Survivor trying to get back to base, but with those brown boots, his wings just can't flap fast enough. The Orchid comes out. The Queen of Pain ult, but Skay already back into the team fight. Tries to take down Bog. It is enough, but doesn't have quite enough mana to zip out of there, does he? As Siege could be going down again, he will at least deny himself a very big play from the Storm Spirit here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Not enough to make it count. Ollin definitely losing a fight there, but at least got something for it, even if they had to commit a lot to it. However, there's still a chance. Roshan is up. Now, neither team has a medallion, so it's going to be a little tough to cut through Roshan's armor at the moment, especially since the change recently where he gets even more armor as the game goes on. Eventually, every minute that passes, Roshan gains 2 million health, and he'll be basically impossible to kill. But Striker getting lifted up right now by Rubik. He is going to pop the ult right now to hopefully slow them down, but that won't work when a Centaur's on you, buddy, as he will end up going down there. Rubik going to steal the Flesh Golem and be able to turn into his own mini Undying there. Blink forward doesn't quite catch out the Necro, even though they knew he was nearby, thanks to the Heartstopper RA debuff. But a nice pick-off once again for Ollin, and Undying not really living up to his name. He's rather, well, dying at this point. At least they are smoke ganking. We can say that much. Don't see much of that in 3K, sadly. Although, it's becoming more common. I mean, guys, if you ever are behind in a game, you think you might can get a pick-off, you've got a ward up, you know the enemy carry's farming the jungle, buy a smoke. It can win games. Because as someone who plays a lot of carry, there's no worse feeling than like, okay, everybody's missing on the map. What do? I guess I'll just farm. Oh no, I'm dead. Also, as another note, don't just farm when everybody's missing on the map. You might want to be a little more careful. They could be smoking coming to get you. Especially if you have good wards up and they're still missing, because that probably means they are definitely coming to get you. Of course, if you watch my stream, you'll know I don't take my own advice sometimes, so. Pretty useless smoke coming out from Ollin, but that's okay. It's only 100 gold. Do they have... They get another smoke in a minute here. They don't have any more bought out on them. Yeah, none on the courier, none in the fountain. Another thing you can do, if you've got some excess gold, just buy some smokes, drop them in the fountain. They'll start restocking instantly. I've seen that move a couple times and tried to take note, although I don't play support well enough to even use it much. And it looks like Galliana will DC from the game right now. Probably just a lag spike here. What is... Okay. Mist says go? You're down a player. I don't exactly know what to say about that. Okay then. Apparently, Lion has left the building. But he will not be leaving the fountain anytime soon. I have no clue what to say about this one, but I guess they're gonna play 4v5 as they were about to play the first game completely 4v5. Not sure what happens in Captain's mode, by the way, if you don't have a fifth player. Like, do you pick a hero and then just not use one? I mean, you'll never have to do that, hopefully, but... Like, if they said, okay, we'll play game 1 with 4 players... I'll admit, some pub games feel like you're playing the game with 4 players. But this is not a pub game, no matter how much it may slightly resemble one. close game at the moment. I'm hoping Lion comes back. You see a rotation up top with Storm Spirit. Gonna go ahead and TP out. Keep in mind they can't spend Lion's Gold. They can't do much indeed. I'm not trying to laugh at their situation because it's likely that he just had lag, and they may just be trying to be polite since the game was delayed so much, but never in my casting experience, and I've casted some out there stuff, have I seen someone disconnect with no reason. Now, I've seen it in a pub, of course, because, I mean, we all know this happens in pub games, but, again, this isn't a pub game, right? I am in the lobby for JDL League. I believe. Let's triple check, yeah. I am connected to a server. We're not in the watch tab. Not really sure what is up with that. It's definitely a first. Player just leaving the game, no explanation from the team even saying, "You ready? Let's unpause." But nonetheless, I will try to keep this game interesting for you, ladies and gentlemen, who have chosen to make Truesight TV your choice of viewership and actually bonk. He's about to get bonked here as he's been stunned up and taken down. Rubik gonna grab himself a Scream of Pain. We'll see how his lungs are gonna work for him compared to Queen of Pain's. And
Dire's structures are fortified.
it's the straightest game I've ever cast. I'll say
His middle tower has fallen.
Of course, keep in mind, once again, if you have a team you think has what it takes to tussle with the best of these teams, you can sign up for JDL League for the next season. It is free to play completely, and you could join the ranks of the top teams if you're good enough, of course. So be on the lookout for that. All you got to do is get 4 friends and say, "Hey, let's make a team." There's divisions for literally everyone, as far as I know. No matter if you're 1K MMR in Southeast Asia or 9K MMR in Brazil. There's a slot for you in JDL League, as far as I know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You're gonna go after Roche, though. They should be able to take it down pretty quickly. Lead the commander, but in the meantime, they will be forced to give up a top tower. And surely Ollin know what's going on right now. I mean, they may not have too many wards. Lion is banking up that gold, though. When he reconnects, he's gonna be able to spend that money. That passive gold gain, man. Lion just said, "You know what? I'm taking up too much space on the map. I've already got my level 8. I'm gonna save up for an axe. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go like play some Hearthstone or something. Team, tell me on TeamSpeak when I got 4,200 gold ready to go." That's probably the plan here. He's gonna reconnect at the last second, TP into the fight and zap everyone. No one's gonna see it coming. It'll be the last thing they expected, and it'll be glorious. I do secure the Aegis, however, on the Necrophos. A little interesting that that's who they pick it up on. But Queen of Pain gonna go ahead and throw that ult out at the creep wave once again. So I would think they want to take a team fight with it. But hey, when there's only 4 players on the enemy team, I guess there's a little less value in those AoE spells. You will see Drum pops by Rubik just to get out because he knows they've seen him now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, at this point, I guess Lion is kind of dead weight. They got their landing stage. He's just sapping XP at this point. He might as well abandon the game. I don't think that's what they're doing now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Another one came disconnected. Do they keep going? With 3. They're dropping like flies over here on the Radiant, and not because of the enemy team. Watch out, Storm. You're next. Okay. Oh, he's back. He's coming back. Okay. This time, they figured they'd wait on him, you know? Lion's got better things to do, apparently. Oh my lord, this game. I have no words for, what they're doing. My lord. Again, if you're enjoying the broadcast, of course, remember, I can't control the quality of the game no matter how much I'd like to. If I could, we'd be casting Secret versus EG all day long, but alas, it won't be the case here for a little while on Truesight TV, although I know we do have 4ASC playing at some point tomorrow on the channel. If you don't mind stopping by, it's going to be the Starlight TV Pro Series during the day tomorrow. There is very little Dota going on during the day, so make sure you check it out.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Should be pretty interesting. And in the meantime, the Radiant's bot tower are going to go down. There's some split push going on from the Centaur. Please, dear God, tell me he has the TP. Okay, it's off cooldown in 7 seconds. May not be the best TPs right now, but it did at least get him home. As the bot tower begins to take some damage now, and ult gonna come out on Fenrir. That's the same. Pronounce his name. Rubik gonna steal the Scream of Pain once again. That's been kind of his favorite ability. I think Queen of Pain is popping that right after she blinks most of the time, just so Rubik doesn't get his hand on the blink. Are we serious about that? In the meantime, Bourbon Jr. gonna charge in. It looks like they could get a good team fight off. Nice initiation in there on BMZ, but Scott gonna get dueled up here and taking a lot of damage. Can he live in time? He does have buyback available, but he'll be able to zip away to fight another day. Mango gonna get dropped here very quickly as he'll go down. There is no Ags up on Necro, so he will still be able to buy back. A little surprised they aren't using the Lion at all here. As Storm, he's trying to regen fast enough. He did buy himself a salve to get healed up with, and he'll actually be zipping back into the fight right now. They've already brought down 2. Let's make it 3 in a 4v5 engagement. Of course, they don't have the potential to be 5-man wiped. Let's keep in mind, because Lion is not even on the map. If he's not in the game, he literally cannot die. I guess they said, hey, Lion, you're 0-9. You fed too much. You're done here. Just get out of the game. Stop feeding. Buy us 25 million wards, and then, you know, we can place him. We got it from there, bub. As it is a full 5-man wipe for Ollin Gaming.
Stupendous.
Ultimate Orb coming up for Storm, and I can only assume this means it's a Sheet Stick incoming. Although a Lincoln Spear wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here, especially with Legion trying to catch him out. Queen of Pain, of course, trying to silence him up. And Lena with that Laguna Blade, which will now have an Ags upgrade as she gets up right as I'm saying that. Nice timing there, Revo. Thanks, Revo, I know. Sorry, when I don't have a co-caster, sometimes I get a little lonely and go a little crazy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, some would say I'm pretty crazy anyway. but in the meantime, guys, right after this, I'll be going live with my own personal stream. Not much other Dota going on tonight, but of course I'll be playing Dota. It may not be high skill, but I'll be sure to entertain the best I can. Smoke coming out for your Dire team now. They need to find a pickoff. We are going back and forth a bit here, as the gold graph has made quite the turn. In fact, XP is now at a 10,000 advantage for the Radiant, and gold sitting about 1,000 or so. And I am trying to keep the game interesting for you guys. It's just not that easy right now. It is certainly not. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is still somehow a 4v5 game here for some reason. And I have no idea why. At all. Lion, he's almost got enough gold for that scepter. I could be right, people. I could be right. Still, for once in my life. Storm will pick up a Lincoln's here. Very useful, as I've already previously mentioned. And he is going to grab himself a regen down here on the ball. At the moment. Meanwhile, just continuing to form up. You know, waiting on Lion to make it back into the game, possibly. Possibly. It's not a for sure thing at this point. That's for sure. Again. We have no news, and at this point, no news is bad news. I usually say no news is good news, but honestly, in my opinion, if you got up in the morning, turned on the TV, the news didn't come on, that'd be bad news, because if you're paying your cable bill, the news better come on. Otherwise, they're taking your money, you know? That's right, kids. Don't let the cable companies get you down. Crop just continuing to use that ult for farming. You know, gotta keep the farm going. 5.5k gold, apparently not enough. Just gotta stay ahead of Lion, though. You gotta stay ahead of Lion, and I mean, hey, with less heroes around, that's more gold and XP for the rest of the heroes, right? It'd be awful if they just said, Lion, you're a useless hero, get out of the game. Which I laugh, but what if that was the case? That would be very sad. Once again, we're just awaiting the big team fight happening. I mean, that's all that really can happen at this point. We are going to see XP and gold take a little bit of leeway. In terms of gold per minute, we are seeing Storm Spirit basically hold all the money for the Radiant team. Moneybags on the Dire team appears to be the Queen of Pain, who is not quite keeping up with Storm Spirit at this point, but Storm is finding something here, and it actually turns out to be Undying. Sorry about that, almost missed a pretty big kill. And Smoke into charge coming out here. They're going to find Necro, who is going to BKB himself up, but that's a 9-second BKB, excuse me. Already used up here. There is a silence out from Queen of Pain, but it won't do enough damage. Rubik even going for a Lincoln Sphere here. I mean, hey, it's 4 cores and, well, a disconnected line. At this point for him. Bourbon Jr. They help the team go after the Roshan here. Well, overwhelming odds slightly missing there. Nice positioning in the pit. Not sure if that's intentional or not, but Legion gonna blink him with the blade mail up. Queen of Pain with the big ult out. Miss is gonna be in a lot of trouble, but will manage to heal up with the mech from the Viper. Skate is skirting around the pit. Rubik will go down thanks to the ult from Junior. Mango gonna fall as well. Skate is going down. He definitely blew it there. And Centauri is on the cliff. Not your favorite place to be, buddy. How in the world did he end up there? Storm Spirit actually will finish off Quap at least with the Bloodstone as well as the TP in. Very nice play by him, but doesn't have enough mana to make it home. Not too sure. They're pinging, hey, get this way, Storm. But he does know he has no money for a TP. Well, he has money for a TP, but it will be on cooldown anyway, so it doesn't even matter. He'll try to man fight up here, almost bringing down the Lina, but doesn't even Bloodstone Suicide, even though he had it predictable. Okay. Yep. And any scammers in my chat can get out. I will be reporting you to Twitch, by the way. Enjoy your report. Sorry, I do like to take time out of my day to do that because I don't want people scamming my viewers. You know, my viewers are really nice guys. They come in, they support me. I don't think they deserve to be scammed. I love how chat's like, I can't believe BMZ lost this game. Anyways, Miss gonna get jumped on here. They do get a stun out from the Lion, as well as a finger, but he is gonna be dead. He has a buyback, but I don't believe he can use this. Storm Spirit gonna zip back in here, helps take down Striker. A BKB up from Viper, although he's nowhere near any enemy heroes, it seems. As they are all over here with Storm Spirit. Viper gonna waddle over or flap over and join the party. Lovely going down. And BMZ losing 3 heroes. As Lion finally comes out of the pit. This game is nuts. At this point, I think is the best way to describe it. Downright nuts. People may ask Revo, are you serious? And I'm like, yes, I am serious. Surely I am. I was gonna say, and don't call me Shirley, but then I realized that and said, surely you can't be serious, and, well, yeah, it doesn't quite work outside of that. Sorry, that was a little bit of an awkward anecdote. Sorry to impose that on all of you, but...
Double damage.
Once again, if you guys are enjoying the broadcast, we're working to get partnered with Twitch. To do that, we got to get more consistent viewers, so if you wouldn't mind hitting that follow button on the channel and stopping by every now and then, just to see what's going on, we would really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be able to provide you with some good Dota. And Storm Spirit, meanwhile, getting rid of some trees. Maybe ArchaeaDota going on over here? I'm very confused. If it is ArchaeaDota, I'm not really seeing the purpose of said ratsmanship, if you will. But he does at least get to the creep wave, so he'll be able to clean up a creep wave with this. I'd say he's missed his timing by a bit, and the problem with this is doing it in a lane where they're not pushing is fine, but when you
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
when you do it to a lane that's already being pushed, it won't actually do much to the push in this stage of the game. Storm Spirit decided he didn't have enough storms, so he's gonna buy a Maelstrom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
For what reason?
Radiant's top
I
tower
do not know. Zip comes in, stay. Gonna go ahead and BKB himself up. We'll see a duel come out on miss. Rubik getting wasted there as Queen of Pain gonna throw out the ult at him. Skate already dropping very low, does not have a buyback available and will fall. And he's down for 63 seconds. This looks like it could be the end for Ollin as the Light Striker Revo lands out onto Bourbon. Gonna get a good 3-man hoof stomp out, but will end up going down. There's 2 buybacks available. They'll both use it. They're desperate to stay in the game. Bonk gonna get fingered by the Lion, who has made a reappearance here. He's level 8, keep in mind. And just getting annihilated by, well, pretty much everything here. Duels up from the Lina. Mango trying to continue fighting. Is it enough? It doesn't appear to be the case, though. As Mango is getting out. I'm trying not to laugh at this team, but, I mean, you get a def win game number 1.
bottom tower is under
You, a player DCs, and you don't even mention
Radiant's top barracks
why they
is under
DC'd.
attack.
You don't even wait for them. It's not lining up,
Radiant's middle
in my
tower is
opinion.
under attack. Dire's middle
It is just not making any
tower
sense.
has fallen.
And it's comic to a point. Storm Spirit will be getting back up at least, so they take a Rax, they take a tower, they get an AC up on the Legion Commander.
Tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, though, they do lose a mid tower, so the counter push is real. These creeps are MVPs right now. Let me just draw my prestigious MVP award. That's a trophy. Of course. It's a really crappy trophy because, I mean, hey, they're creeps. They're already dead. They're not even getting the trophy. Who cares?
Double damage.
You might be saying, well, Revo, the creeps probably do care. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Because frankly, I'm sick of their crap. But, surprisingly enough, Ollin are still in this, despite the fact that they just lost a huge fight. And a 10k gold swing coming out, including basically over the past 2 fights, a 20k XP swing. Rubik does steal overwhelming odds, even though those overwhelming odds are generally against him here. A charge out from Centaur as Fenrir gonna get taken down by Stay. That's a big kill for him. And also, if they can bring down the Legion, that'll be pretty big as well. But Fenrir, he does have buyback available now. Is gonna go ahead and use it. Just a piece of advice here. I personally don't think that buying instantly back is your best course of action all the time. It's not just the Staples easy button, that was easy, I'm alive now. But of course, well, I say I'm not at the same level these players are. Sometimes it seems differently. And Rubik's like, no, don't go without me, guys. If everybody else is buying back, I might as well do it too. If all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it too? I would hope not. Jumping off a bridge has a pretty terrible win rate in real life. Of course, assuming that the goal in real life is just to live. We're now getting Death Pulse. It'll help them sustain the push and counter push a bit. This is the fight. It could decide it all. But Skate, oh, he's getting melted here. He actually will be down, and that is no buyback available. Good game is called, and wow. It looks like it's over. Okay, then. I'll admit, ever since Lion DC'd, I wasn't holding up too much hope for this team, but hey, sometimes you gotta give it a chance. And of course, do 45 games sometimes. But not today. We will see BMZ taking the series. Of course, first game was a def win for them, but they will take it 2-0 nonetheless. Unfortunately, Ollin weren't able to, and I don't know why it says Boreal for their name, but I don't know. Don't have a... Excuse me about that. Volvo not really giving me all that information. We do have no more games this evening. Hopefully there's a game tomorrow night. Let me just see if I can... Well, checking the schedule would take a while. Just keep an eye on the Twitter of Truesight TV, as well as my personal Twitter, SBRevolution5. To see what games are coming up. Of course, you can find Truesight on Facebook at Truesight TV. You can find myself on Facebook at SBRevolution5. I hope you enjoyed the cast, guys. Sorry it wasn't an outstanding game, but BMZ showing that they have what it takes to bring down this team, and at least it was relatively action-packed. We could say, if you're just getting here, you missed the game, make sure you check out the VOD later. It'll be up on Truesight TV's YouTube. And I hope you guys have a good night. I'll be streaming on my personal channel in just a little bit. If you give me a second to grab a drink here, I'm going to play some pub, ranked, whatever, Dota, and we will see what happens. Again, thank you for coming, and have a good night.